Hi, Howard. Happy New Year. I wanted to let you know that it was really terrific speaking with you on Christmas. It was really a highlight for all of us on our day, so I wanted to let you know how much we appreciate that. I had also mentioned to you on Christmas that I had bought some new books on Mary Baker Eddy, and I wanted to share a little bit of information on those books with you. I got these books from a used bookstore that's close by. I had never been there, and I went in one day to get some information, but I wasn't really there to do a book purchase. However, when I walked in, the people at the front desk were busy at that particular time, so I walked back a little bit further into the bookstore, and I walked straight over to a shelf, which right in front of me were these three books about Mary Baker Eddy, and so I purchased them. The first one is called Mary Baker Eddy and Her Books, and it's written by William Dana Orcutt. And the publication date on this particular book is 1950. This book was interesting to me because in addition to speaking of Mary Baker Eddy and her teachings, it also focuses to a great extent on Mary Baker Eddy as she is running the business of getting her works printed and published. So it speaks of her not only as a leader and a teacher in Christian Science, but also as a businesswoman getting her books published through the various systems. And one of the interesting things that I learned is that in her interaction with people and publishing books, she was very similar to her interaction with people as a teacher. So as she was a great teacher and leader, she was also a wonderful businesswoman to work with. And during the time when her works were actually being published, at that time there were some of the most highly published books in print at that time. I thought that was very interesting. And this is that particular book. The second book that I purchased is titled 12 Years with Mary Baker Eddy. And this book is written by Irving C. Tomlinson, and the publication date is 1945. This book focuses mostly on Mary Baker Eddy's personal life and the fact that she had children, which I wasn't really aware of that. So it talks a lot about her as a person, having kids, going through her various marriages and relationships with people. This book was interesting because it contains a reproduction of the earliest known picture of Mary Baker Eddy taken about 1844. And that's this image right here of Mary Baker Eddy in 1844, one of the earliest known pictures of her. The final book that I purchased is called The Life of Mary Baker Eddy by Sybil Wilbur. And this is the oldest of the three books. It has a publication date of 1907. And I've been reading quite a bit in this book. It contains some very interesting information about Mary Baker Eddy and how she developed her original theories that eventually became science and health. And it also talks about her evolution as a teacher. I was going to share a couple of things from this book. The first, I was going to read a passage from The Life of Mary Baker Eddy, and this refers to how she developed her theories originally on Christian Science. It says on page 127, "In the year 1866, I discovered the Christ science or divine laws of life, truth, and love, and named my discovery Christian Science. God had been graciously preparing me during many years for the reception of this final revelation of the absolute divine principle of scientific mental healing." The second thing I wanted to share with you from this book on the life of Mary Baker Eddy is a picture of Ms. Eddy. And this was taken of her in her home at Pleasant View in Concord, New Hampshire. And it is Mrs. Eddy speaking from the balcony to 10,000 Christian Scientists. So she's addressing a crowd, an audience of 10,000 people in this particular picture. I thought that was fascinating. So again, I just wanted to share with you a little bit about those books. I've really enjoyed looking at them and look forward to sharing some more information with you on all of these books as I have more time to read all of them in their entirety. I hope you're getting ready for a wonderful new year in 2019, and I thought I would let you know that we're also planning our traditional New Year's Day dinner, and I'm going to write the dinner up here for you on the computer so you can tell what we're going to have. So we're going to have fried chicken, field peas, with some rice, potato salad, and collard greens. I hope you can read this as I'm putting it up here. There is our menu for New Year's Day. And I'll bet you're having something similar to that. Can you clear it for me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to get ready to close out, and I have Carol here with me who also wants to wish you a Happy New Year. And Claire, can you come over? Let's all say Happy New Year to Grandpa Howard together. Happy New Year! Okay.